give it up for Matt Payton.
Thank you very much. Let's bring the underwire back. I think we need structural integrity for the size of our breasts in 2025. They're getting out of hand. This is why we're in collapse. We've foregone the underwire and COVID, and that was fine while we were relaxing, but we're back in business now. I want to see everything out of tension in the office. Okay. Now, I just came here because I thought there was a wedding happening, and I was trying to audition to be a flower girl, and they just threw me on here. So, if anyone has any pedals, I'll be distributing those soon. Liz, they don't know that it's not tax day on Tuesday, you said?
Yeah.
Is your birthday? Happy birthday. 41 by my math from your material, I pay attention. They don't know that because none of these people have paid income tax in 20 years. They skirt many ways you can get around if you know a guy. This is good though, you're here for my very last comedy show ever. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the market volatility this week. I'm sure none of you have passive income, you all work with your hands. Put in a long day at the factory, I'm sure. Time clock, you go home, you drink your 6 to 14 beers and then do it all over again the next day. But, retirement funds are looking unpredictable right now. So now my backup plan is to impregnate a wine country widow. So we have a few candidates. Okay, all right. Meet me in 8 minutes. Why do I keep stepping on the cord? Why don't I just climb the tree? I've been trying to talk about things lately that are just a little more universal, that we can all just agree upon, have some fun. By God, we've earned it. So, as you know, Israel redrew its borders in 1967, and if we could just get the map up here, did we not? Okay, great. That would be fun. Let's see. A lot of people talk about what would our founding fathers think of our current moment. What would they think of our current political situation? I feel like no matter what, they would say, your women folks sure do seem to be lippy. This was bound to happen once they started showing their ankles. Well, I'm going to go get bled out for this infection and then drink some poop water. So I'll see you guys later. I feel like they're not the smartest guys ever to hold up on a pedestal. Maybe, I don't know. But, we're trying to pinpoint, I'm trying to pinpoint here. I can't not look at you now. I'm trying to pinpoint when we began our societal collapse. And for me, it was when we started having to refer to our coworkers as our team. You're not on a team unless you're trying to defeat the Buffalo Bills or you're one of 6 people breaking into the Pentagon. Otherwise, you're not a team. You're just sitting next to me, slurping on your peach at 8 in the morning, Joyce. Again, no one here has ever had a real job. And don't know. Hey, you know about inherited wealth? Inherited wealth. That one doesn't work. That's just a prop. We're going to do a little fake talk show here in a minute. Someone told me recently, I can see all you great, because I have contacts in right now, and I was telling someone this recently, and they said, yeah, I know, I can see them. And I said, don't look at me that intensely, like that. You're looking into my eyes, like my wife doesn't, I don't even know if she wears contacts. That's a lady's business is her own, you know what I mean? Like, don't look at me like that. But when I was 8 years old, I got my first pair of glasses at the lens crafters at the mall. We've all been there. And then, 11 years later, I started working at that very same store, which is a really fun origin story for someone who won't lose their virginity until they're 22. It's true, I actually did. I had sex with a lady who worked in the store. She was 15 years older than me, which sounded cool. And I was always kind of scared of sex, thinking the other person would be disappointed. It never occurred to me that I would be. I had all these fantasies that she would teach me some stuff, and I guess she did, which is don't have sex with someone who remembers Watergate. It's got to be Iran-Contra onward for me. We all have our personal cutoffs, and my birthday tragedies. Let's go through all of them. Being born, of course, wasn't great, and then Gabrielle Giffords being shot happened on my birthday. Oh. And but then George Bush threw up on the Japanese Prime Minister on my birthday. That kind of balance, right? But then this year, the fires occurred on them. And, that probably put a little damper on it. I had to go out to Riverside to stay with my, religious cousin and just ask them about Costco the whole time. So, it's been a mixed bag, I would say. I'm a Capricorn. Yeah. I feel like that's a thing here. No? I feel like people believe in that. Tell me about myself. Oh, no Capricorn. Okay, so the wedding is going to start here in a minute, and we're probably, yeah. Let's see. I had a kid recently. If recently was almost 4 years ago. A little behind on talking about it. I feel like in comedy, you either have to say that your kid sucks to get a shock laugh, or that your kid is perfect and you're the piece of shit. That way you can get the audience on your side. I am the only one brave enough to say that the moms at the park are way too hot now. All my mom's friends just dress like moms. Now they're all in there's a lot of leggings. I don't know. It's very form-fitting. No underwires there. Remember back when you liked me? I'm going to fall into these rocks in a second, and that's going to be fun for us all. But people say that raising a kid is hard, and that's only true if you do a good job. If you just half-ass it and assume they're breathing at night, sleep like a baby. Do babies sleep well at night? I actually have no idea. I'm too busy catching Z's. Do you like me on this side more? I feel like I'm way too into your space here. Let's see. We did IVF to have our baby, going against God's will, and if you don't know what IVF stands for, it's I volunteer $15,000 to Kaiser Permanente. It's a good group over there, a good group of guys. If you have a IVF child, there's extra pressure on them to be worth it. I feel like a kid that's just a product of drunkenly forgetting to pull out. They don't really have to do much. It's fine. But if you have to go to the extreme of making appointments and doing injections and stuff, they need to be a city council member or something. Or the bare minimum, do that whistle with your fingers. I can't do it. I was born according to nature's laws, so I don't know how to do it. Beats the hell out of me. Let's see. Doing IVF. You have to they have to analyze your sperm, which is humiliating. They bring you into I always thought this just happened on TV, but they actually do have a room with pornography in it that you go to give them your sperm, and then they have to analyze it. And I really was paranoid going in there because you can they have it set up for you, and you have the tube and everything, and you can type in what you want. So I thought they're going to come in here 8 seconds after I leave, but it only takes 8 seconds for me, by the way. Very fast. We'll be in and out, so but when they're going to come right in and look at what I typed, right? I would. So I wanted them to think I'm a good person and I'm not like a sicko. And so I just typed in more women on the Supreme Court. That got me off lickety-split, let me tell you. That was pretty hot. I don't know if you guys want to search for that when you get home, but you really should. It's gross, actually. How's the wine?
It's good, right? Delicious.
It'd be funny if you told me it was terrible, but it has to be good, right? Yeah. Okay. I saw a billboard that said that a sign of autism is that the person will avoid making eye contact with you. So I think my wife was autistic during sex. Now, okay, great. When married sex is kind of a part of life. If you're married to me, an unfortunate part. It's just that what happens to me is like practicality starts to creep in on your sexual routine. Like you'll be in the middle of doing the deed, as I call it, and that might be why it doesn't happen enough to my liking. And my wife will turn to me and just say, "Wait, did you remember to call your parents back?" Like just random. So I have to pretend like it's part of the dirty talk, and I say, "Yes, but with the time difference, they were already asleep, you little slut." And that works for us. You do with that what you will. Thank you very much.